fundamental question to ask Kenyans. When somebody works abroad and they are granted leave from work, where are they supposed to go? Slovakia or the desert in Namibia? I mean, they go home. That is the most logical thing to do. So it's common knowledge that Matiang'i works for an international organization in Washington, and he was granted leave from work and he came home. The guy hasn't and did not address the press, has not declared candidature for any seat whatsoever to the best of my knowledge. Yet for some reason, State House has unleashed all manner of arsenal on his persona. Which begs the question really, why are they so rattled? Why are they so riled up? What is it about this man that has them so beleaguered? You know, it's unfathomable. Sudi, a grown man with 2 wives, went on TikTok live, behaving like a teenager still on wet dreams, just to verbally diarrhea on the persona of Matiang'i. Then we have this other one of Nadi's called who? Gerald Gay, who is vertically challenged both physically and intellectually, prattled on X ceaselessly. Then there's this one that Homa Bay had the misfortune of electing as MP. This one whose dental formula is hued like feces. This walking dispenser of STDs. I mean, I'm appalled. Itumbi and his minion of rabies-infested online boscos went on and on casting aspersions on the persona of Matiang'i, you know, insulting, which by the way, I'll tell you why Itumbi has issues with Matiang'i. That's a story for another day. But really, Kenyan, sometimes we need to interrogate ourselves. We need to challenge ourselves. We need to question some of these things because the organization that this man works for is known. They have the resources, they have the wherewithal to do their own investigations. If indeed the imputations that are being leveled on and against him were true, they would have given him that job. And that brings us to somebody like Nelson Harvey, whom we revere and we revere as sagaciously endowed, prosecuting Matiang'i on social media like a blog. I mean, he's a lawyer and a senior one at that. Why hasn't he petitioned relevant bodies and sued this man? It's as simple as that. If he's teetering on Twitter and bloggers the ilk of Aoko are also teetering on Twitter, then what distinguishes us? I mean, what's the difference? There has to be levels. There has to be levels, and that is why I have absolute respect for Kia Mtata. When he has issues with something, he takes an initiative and uses relevant channels to try and justify why he has issues with that particular person or situation. But bottom line is, I cannot declare support for somebody who has not even declared support. I mean, rather, who has not declared their candidature for that seat. All I'm saying is, we need to challenge ourselves and ask ourselves questions. Why is it that simpletons in this broad chief government are so rattled by the supposed candidature of Matiang'i, which he hasn't even declared in the first place? Why are they so mad at somebody who has not even declared that he wants to be president?